Hi and welcome. My name is Stephanie Jozwiak, and I am your child's math teacher this year. A few of you may have already watched a video that I created the first week of school, which was specific to each of my classes and talked through Google Classroom and where to find some really important resources. So I will reference that again towards the end of this video. This video is more for all of the parents and families to kind of get a little taste of who I am as a person and just talk about a couple of really important things for this school year. So welcome. I'm really excited to get to talk to you and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. So the first thing about me is I went to Elmhurst College and got a bachelor's of science in mathematics with a teaching certificate. And then I started working at Maine East. And recently, about a year and a half ago, I got my master's degree from Aurora University online. I got a master's in mathematics education. I wanted to take a couple of seconds and talk about my family because they are super important to me, and I talk about them a lot actually in class as well. So I am one of 6 children, and we are all really close to each other. So you can see we're all in the center there. We're all hanging out, and we take a picture every year together, and then you can see we go to the zoo. The picture on the bottom right there is my mom is in the picture with a couple of my siblings and I, and we were on our way to Kentucky and we were going to participate in one of the Tough Mudder events there. So we do a lot as a family, from Tough Mudder events to going to the zoo to just hanging out. I also have one niece and one nephew who I talk a lot about because they are absolutely adorable and I love them so much. So if you ever happen to be home when your child is in math class and I'm talking about my family, this is why. It's because we're really close and we do a lot of stuff together. I also talk a lot about my 2 dogs that I have, Dagger and Jasper. Dagger is 13 and a half and Jasper just turned 3. I worked at a dog groomers for 15 years. I started when I was in high school, and I worked there all the way up until just a couple of years ago. I was working there on the weekends as well. So I absolutely love dogs. They are definitely a big part of my life. So I just wanted to share that with you as well. This is my 9th year teaching at Maine East. I was hired as a teacher assistant for 4 years, and then this is my 5th year actually teaching. I absolutely love being at Maine East. I think it's a great place to work, and I love getting to interact with the students here, so with your children. It really is a great place to be, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, to be honest. You can also see I am one of the Senior Class Council co-sponsors, so I work really closely with Elena Vasta. She's the other Senior Class Council co-sponsor, and we are going to be working with the students and administration this year to figure out exactly what some of those senior events might look like in this environment. So things like senior breakfast, senior prom, graduation, all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to take a couple seconds and talk about things specific to this school year, which is different. One of the things, and I keep saying it to the students as well, is we are in this together. We are all learning new things. We are all getting used to a new schedule and a new way of learning and teaching. So every time a student makes a mistake, I have probably made the same mistake 100 times already, and I tell them that all the time. The other thing I tell them is if we are doing something in class that's not working, they've got to let me know. The feedback is going to be super important. If they're doing something in another class that they think would work well in mine, I've been asking them for that feedback, and I want the feedback. I want to make sure that they are successful. I want to make sure that they are having a good time, that they feel safe and comfortable. So, any feedback is greatly appreciated. And the only way that we are going to get through this is if we're all in communication with each other. And that includes you as parents and families as well. If there's something specific to your child that you think I should know in order to help best support them, please reach out to me and let me know. Students have been really great about advocating for themselves so far, but if there is something I am missing, please, please, please let me know. I'm here for them and I care about them, and I want this to be a good year for all of us. So please just reach out at any time, and you can see my contact information is down there. There's my email address, and you can also reach out to me through the Remind app if you have that. Just as a quick reminder, I sent out a video specific to each class period the first week of school, and it talked about Google Classroom and it talked about the agenda/calendar. So that's a document you can find on Google Classroom, or your child can find on Google Classroom, and it has the link for class, it has the schedule for class, and it has links to anything that we may need for class, and those links stay on there so that when they're going back later, they'll be available as well. Or if they happen to miss class, they can always go on there and see what it is we did. And it also has my contact information. So again, if there is anything that you or your child need in order to make this year better, please let me know. I want to make sure that we all have a good year. So thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope to be able to talk with some of you soon.